Hi, guys. Hi, and welcome to Marge. Tea Time with Marge. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you are ready for whatever this week have in stores for you. To all my new viewers, I want to please ask you to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell just in case when I post up something so you can get that information immediately. And today, I want to talk to you about why does people bully other people? And also, I want to give you an update on why I fired back on my attacker this weekend. So let's get the tea question in the way. Tea today, it is flaxseed with green tea with honey. Delicious. Flaxseed is really good, especially if you want to have regulated bowel movement. It's good for that. So at your local store, you might want to look at to see, if you find you some, flaxseed tea and get to drinking. Now, for quite some time, people have wondered what prompts other people to bully like other people. And also, people also think that, bullying happens in grade school and it stopped, after high school. Well, I'm here to tell you that is not the case. Bullying doesn't stop at high school. Bullying continue to go on into your adulthood. Bullying is at the work office. Bullying, it's in the church. Bullying, it's in your community. Bullying, it's even in the White House, as you guys can see. So bullying is something that, psychologists really trying to understand it. There really isn't, a cure where, how we're trying to find, I don't know, a cure for cancer. There really isn't a cure for that, but I'm here to tell you there's ways to go about it, to protect yourself, to protect your children, and, to protect your friends. There's ways to go about it. But today I really want to help you focus on understanding like why, this person behaved that way. Although it links to many factors, but when someone bully another individual, it usually means that, well, many things. The very first thing is it's possible that person could have been bullied growing up, and they grew up watching that behavior. There's also bullying in the family. You can have a family member who, bully another family member. So it could be like a learned behavior. They've learned, they think that it's okay because that's what they see mom or dad or sister do. So they decided to really follow that. But what I want to help you understand about if someone of yours is bullied or you're bullied, usually it's because that you have something that is very unique about you. Your uniqueness is shining through. Like the spotlight is literally right here on your head. And the person can see that. And this person wants all that attention on them. But there's a lot of things that could be going wrong for this person. And they're not able to get that light shine on them the same way that it's shining on you naturally. So they create stuff. They create stuff. They say, they punch somebody else, whether it's with slander, whether it's with name calling, or pictures with nonsense, because they really want to show that they have a big voice, like attention, like they're attention seekers. So they're like, no, 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 look at me, look what I got, look what I could do. You know what? I heard this and I did this and I did this. So now, some attention can be on them. This is the reason why, when when you see someone bully another person. Like, I want to tell you this, a person who is well off, when I say well off, I don't mean necessarily like, that person is like, got money or anything like that. That's not what I mean. Well off meaning like the person is together. This person seemed to be having like a nice, mental state of mind. The person is just like, doing positive, things. That may really upset another person who have nothing going on. So with that, that other person who's very jealous, so notice I use the word jealous. There's a lot of jealousy with people who bully other people. They kind of want to take that away. One time, I'll never forget this, I will say her name here. Dolly Esteval, aka D Love. She once told me last year, Marge, our community is not ready for someone like you. And I was like, oh, what do you mean by that? She was like, look, you're very open. You're always smiling. You got something going on for you. People will never like you. You will never be accepted. You're too bubbly. You're too happy. You're always smiling. You're good with people and blah, blah, blah. One thing about bullies, they don't like when you're happy. When you're smiling a lot, you're happy, that light keeps shining on top of your head, it bothers them. It bothers them. And they think that you are weak. They think like, oh, you know what? I can target this person because this person is nice. This person is not going to say anything because they never do. Now, allow me to give you a little update. This weekend, I fired back on my attacker. We're going to call her my attacker. The reason I fired back on my attacker, a lot of people are like, whoa, that is not Marjorie. Like, whoa, what is going on? And for those of you who reach out, I really appreciate it and I hear you. But it was important that I do what I did. Over a year now, I would always hear, because this person is not on my path. This person is not in my way. I would not see this person. But I'm in a circle, I'm in the environment, the Haitian community, where this person may know somebody that I know. So occasionally I may hear a thing here and there. So for a year, I would hear this person like, say this and say that. And I always would laugh. I was like, oh my God, it's so crazy. Because this person doesn't know me, like no idea. Like, I could be like the best thing since sliced bread to this person, but I don't even know why the person is saying that. I let it go, I let it go, I let it go. But this weekend, what bothers me was I felt like this person is going to continue to win until someone, not quietly, someone like me who have a platform decided to put the feet down and attack back. So I attack back. How do I attack back? I stand up for myself. My name was in her mouth. So I let her know what I really think of herself. I call her out on her weakness. And I tell her, you're giving me a lot of publicity that I don't really care for because you're mentioning my name. You're mentioning my name. My name is being mentioned on a live that's like 2,000, 3,000 people are like watching. You're giving me a lot of life. You really, so now I'm going to use that opportunity since you want to call my name full name. So now I'm going to own it. I am going to rename myself as she called me. That's what everybody seemed to know. The amount of requests that I receive on my Facebook is crazy because people wanted to really get into the life of who is Marjorie. But this is not why I did it. You know why I called her out? I have friends, I have people in this community who have told me the stuff that she has said took them to a very dark place where they fell into depression. By the way, I do have a video about depression. Watch it. I stood up. You know who I stood up for? I stood up for Clarence. Yes, you heard right. You know why I stood up for him? I don't care what he has done, to the other women or whatever it is, perhaps he's a douchebag. I don't know. He seems like a good guy to me. My experience with him, it's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But perhaps he rubbed people the wrong way. But it is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. And I will stand up and I will say that. I will not be part of this community and stand with the negativity. It is wrong on every single level for you to try to belittle somebody to that level. For you to put somebody out like that. It is not okay. And I am calling you out, Lachelle. It is not okay. You could have whatever it is that you had with Clarence. But your degree of bullying, honey, look at me. You have to get yourself checked. You have to check your mental. Something is wrong. Somebody did something to you, boo. I'm very sorry they did that to you. Something is wrong. There is a disconnect. You don't have to behave that way. There's no reason for you to behave that way. You have family. Try to portray something more positive. We all get hurt. Shit happen. Things happen. You don't have to stoop to that level. You don't have to go there. He is still a human being. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. It is not okay. You're being a bully, and I am not going to stand for it. And none of you in the community should stand for it. A lot of you are her friends. She must have one of your ears. You guys need to speak with her. She needs to understand. She wants to make friends. She wants to be, popular. She wants to, because, she thrives over that. She wants to stand for something. There are other ways to go about it. Use your social media wisely. Do not take someone's dignity. Do not take so much from a person. That is not okay. So yes, my friends, I fire back because I recognize her for the bully that she is, and I'm not going to stand for it. We all have children that we're raising. It's imperative. It's important that the right message is out there for the kids, for the people who are watching. That video is circulating. Think everybody probably got the video. Imagine if that fall into one of your kids' hands or WhatsApp, and this is what they're watching a woman is doing to a man. Like, at the end of the day, I will tell you this, we need each other. Men need women, women need men. You're the only one who can allow people to do so much to you or to take away so much from you. Money cannot buy love. It happens naturally. It's either the person like you or the person don't like you. That's the truth. You cannot bully somebody into liking you. It doesn't work. You cannot pay somebody, give them money, pay bills, thinking the person is going to love you. it has shown that it doesn't work. The person is going to take away a lot. The person is going to empty your pockets. The person is going to run you rogue. But at the end of the day, the person is going to find the person who he or she, gravitate to and love and move on. This spectacular fiasco of yours is just like crazy. It is the behavior of someone who is a bit mental. Mental, yes, I've said it. Mental, something is not quite there. Because normal, regular, sane human beings, we don't behave that way. We accept our failures. We accept when people don't like us. We accept the people we like, people we love don't love us back. We accept it, we move on, and we go on and create better memories with other people. We accept criticism. This behavior is a behavior of someone who is ill. And it is a concern. You need to get help. So, all my friends, this is why I fired back. The way you can help when you're being bullied, you have to be confident. You have to be confident in yourself and the product that you are and your brand. You have to use your voice. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to let your confidence shine through. Number one on the list, two things on the list. This is what I did. The very first thing is you want to ignore it. I did that. I ignored it for over a year. I didn't lose no sleep over it. But this time it was deeper than that because mine was very light, just my name was mentioned. But it's what I saw being done to another person. That's what bothers me. And as a human being that I am who love people, I love to say that because I do love people, love togetherness. I felt like I had a duty to do that, to stand up because I know he probably was ashamed of all the stuff that happened. He wasn't going to say anything and he probably shouldn't, just ignore it, just to kind of let it die down. But I felt like it was important for me to just stand up, not just for myself, stand up for another person. Yes, if you're watching, you see someone being bullied and you're just watching, you don't do anything about it, you become part of the problem. In order for you to minimize, I'm not even going to say stop bullying because you can't really stop bullying because what they tend to do is move to the next person. You need to still stand up and say something and do something. Don't secretly watch the video quietly doing, little comments here and there. You're supporting it. We would like for it to stop because the trauma that it has on someone, the issue it can have on someone, including suicidal, we don't want a bad case situation. We don't want to have to read so-and-so hung himself because of something this woman said. Understand this. If you're ever being bullied or you have a friend that is being bullied, you are not the problem. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. You're being bullied because you have a unique gift. There's something special about you. The person envy you. The person is jealous of you. The person wants to shine like you. The person realizes people like you. The person wants to be the only one to be liked. The person wants to be popular. The person wants all to themselves. Don't go thinking that you've done anything wrong. Don't isolate yourself. Talk about it. Call a friend. And if a friend can't help, there's 800 numbers for that. You have to be able to look at your attacker with your shoulders. You know me, I get into my pose. Child, You already know how I do. Get into a pose if you have to look at your attack in the eye and I'm looking at you. Look at those eyes. You don't scare me. Yes, that's what you got to do. You got to stand up for yourself. It will not go away. They will move on to another person, another opportunity come. Guess what? They will come back for you. And if they continue to come back for me, I'm coming right back. Yes, that's who I am. And that's what I'm preaching. Even if I don't reach 100 people, I'm okay with reaching 10 people. It is not okay. It is not okay. It will never be okay. It's unacceptable. You weren't put in this world to do that, to behave that way. And how dare you? How dare you for you to kind of come into the world and want to disrupt somebody's life like that? You move on. You go for an interview, you don't get the job. You're going to what? You're going to go back with your gun blazing and shoot the place down because you didn't get the job? Life is about disappointment. Life is about failing. Okay, he failed you. He deceived you. He lied to you. Okay, you move on. There's no reason for you to do that. Lastly, in closing, what have we learned from this? Bullying will never go away. Bullying will always exist. But you can help minimize bullying. How you can help minimize bullying? When it happened to you, don't accept it. Stand up for yourself. And oftentimes, it may require for you to kind of get on some level that the person will understand. If an individual is not smart, the individual is not someone I can sit down and have an intellectual conversation with or a good conversation with, I'm not going to go there. But if I want to make my point across, I may have to get in that level of, their understanding in order for them to understand. I don't express myself good in Creole. I know that. But I know that's what they understand because I already see their level in English is challenged. So I decided, you know what? When I'm going to stand up to you, because I don't see this person, I'm never rarely see that person, but I know this video, it will circulate because that's what we do in this community. We tend to circulate each other's information now, but they will know that Marjorie doesn't stand with that. It's not okay with Marjorie. Hopefully, the lesson is learned. Move on. If that lesson is not learned, okay, if I give her this, I know she's going to give this back to me. So guys, help the situation. Don't be part of the situation. Be part of the peace, not the problem. Don't try to put your 2 cents, what you think, and this and that and this. There was nothing in that video that was okay. And to the people who have said that, and I've read and I've heard some men who actually stand up and said, I don't care what this guy do, but this is not okay, where they actually had some really harsh thing to say about this woman for doing what she did. But we have to stand up, guys. We have to stand up. It doesn't happen to you now. A lot of you are raising children. It can happen to your children. You want to showcase that version of you to your child. That when someone does something so humanized, that you're able to say that. So they don't go up being like bullies themselves. The lesson in here is people who bullies other people is because they lack of a lot of things. They lack of self-esteem. They had a problem growing up. The parents didn't love them. The families didn't love them. or they're being bullied in the families right now. They don't have access to education, or they're challenged in some way. When they look in the mirror, they see a beast. They don't see themselves. They don't know how to help. They're not happy with their appearance. They're not happy with their language. They're not happy with the lack of the lack of intelligence that, that they have. People who bullies other people, it's because they're lacking. Know that. Don't go thinking you're being bullied if something is wrong with you and force you into isolation. Oh, changing color of your hair, changing color of your skin. Or, let me bleach here because they said a bad comment about being dark, or they made fun about a scar mark or whatever I had on my face. No. People who bully other people will look for imperfections in yourself. They will glorify that in exchange for the spotlight, for your spotlight, in exchange for the shine to be on top of their head. Know that. Bullying comes from a dark place, very dark place. The person is a lost case, typically. The person is lost. The person is angry. The person, he or she doesn't know how. The person perhaps have a disability. The person just cannot go on their own. The person seeks popularity, however it comes, to kind of like, shrug whatever it is going on with them to the side. Know that. Do not accept it. Get help. Speak to someone. They will move on. Unfortunately, I will not tell you they will stop. A lot of time they don't stop. A lot of time people who bully other people, they don't stop. When they're faced with a challenging person that they bully, they move on to the next one. So I was targeted. I gave it right back. And you think about that. The next time someone comes from you, try to bully you. And like I tell you again, it doesn't stop while you're an adult. You could be 80, someone will try to bully you. Get a plan in place. When that happened to you, someone says something negative, somebody writes something, in your photo. Do you guys know this? That sometimes people take their little selfies and they take their little picture, and that picture is beautiful, but they're afraid of posting it because someone is going to say something negative, and then they can't stomach it if someone, write or take their picture and say something negative. Come with a plan. Work on yourself. Work on your self-confidence. So when someone says something about your picture, say something about you, about how you look, that at the end of the day, you will be okay. Work on yourself. Prepare for it. People are going to come for you. And that's okay if they come for you. Be ready to come back at them. Yes, I said it. For all those of you who thought all I did was smile, yes, I do have a side. I have another side too. I don't let people walk over me. I don't cry wolf neither. I've never done. I will never do that. I know how to stand up for myself. And I don't use group to stand up for myself. I don't have a problem standing alone. These are the things you got to do for yourself. Prepare yourself for tomorrow when someone comes from you. And that isn't everything that you do. Preparation is key. She wasn't ready, but I was. Thank you for watching, guys.